Julius Ayokabe, Assistant Vice President for Digital Services and Chief Information Officer, Office of Technology and Digital Services, American University of Nigeria. Yeah. Ayo Richard Mahaya Bende, Ajo,
Good morning, fellow Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, mothers and our fathers, our very dearest compatriots who are fighting down and in the bushes for the liberation of Southern Cameroons. We must understand that the times are very, very tough, especially with the outbreak of the COVID-19, the novel pandemic that is threatening the world's economy and, of course, threatening human lives. As all of you are aware, We have lost quite a number of our own brothers and sisters, neighbors and colleagues to the coronavirus. We have also, of course, many of our friends and family members have also lost their jobs during this very tough period. But we must say that as the times get tough and tougher, all of us, God has given us the strength to be toughest than these times. We also want to seize this opportunity to thank the Nigerian prophet, man of God, Prophet TB Joshua, who is up the mountains praying for the entire world, fasting and praying for God to descend on his people and take away this dangerous coronavirus. We must also say condolences to a number of our brothers and sisters who have lost their loved ones here in the United States, especially the family of Terrence, the family of Magbo, the family of Brother Teddy in California, and others that I cannot mention their names. We also want to extend our sincerest condolences to some of our compatriots and partners in other countries who have lost their loved ones to this virus. As you are all aware, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, it is very, very important for us to keep our eyes on the ball. The ball is our fight for independence, and our ultimate goal is arrival at Buea, which is the federal capital of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. I must all tell us that we cannot underestimate the strength that any particular revolutionary agenda can bring, and while we consistently stay on the path of the truth, we must also remember that the principle of higher good supersedes every other thing. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, today you must understand that the times are tough, like I've said in the beginning of this discourse. But one thing that remains necessary is the fact that we have learned to be tougher than the times. As you are all aware, we started this fight collectively, and we still remain collective in the defeat of La République du Cameroon. One thing you must understand is that our engagement in the fight against La République du Cameroon has been propelled by many factors, including especially corruption and nepotism. Now, I will explain very vividly to all of you who are listening at this time. Though this is an impromptu show, I am always very overjoyed to understand that those of you who are very treasured followers of this platform, you continuously be on board while we discuss the very pertinent issues that are affecting our own country, Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, though yet to be fully recognized by the world, which by all ramifications should be recognized soonest. Now, let me put it to you out there that it is a huge challenge when you engage in the fight against corruption or warlordism or drugs or any other norm in the society that profits a particular set of people. It becomes a very dangerous road for you to walk on. But if you understand that humanity is always at the danger of another person, you will definitely fight till the end of time. Let me say this to all of you, fellow Southern Cameroonians. The government of Cameroon has continuously perpetrated genocide on our people. They carry genocide with impunity. They kill our people. Like the case of Bafut, like you must have heard. As we speak with you, they have killed animals, and many of our compatriots are in the bushes. Bafut remains a center for La République du Cameroon atrocities. We have noted that. We have tweeted that. But that is never going to be enough. They must take a collective fight to put this very dangerous enemy out of our territory. I will explain to you all why I am talking today about this dangerous enemy. You see, formerly, Cameroon or La République du Cameroon soldiers could not get into areas like Bafut and other places easily. Today, they parade and they put us completely on a certain position that is like we're on the wall. This is for one reason. This is because money that was meant for specific humanitarian reasons and for the legal self-defense of the Ambazonian people have been squandered. All of it squandered by a handful of individuals that I will specifically want to blame every happening going on in Bafut today on them. This is so because it's one thing that leads to the other. If we reacted promptly to securing the Bafut area by making sure that all the money that was raised, all money raised for my trip to Boya, was effectively put into the cause for the liberation, defense, and the humanitarian gestures for our homeland, we will not be in this situation. I am still shocked. If not, I am technically like in a trance to see people who coordinated my trip to Boya come out and say, oh, they are attacking Bafut because the boys don't have what to fight with. This is arrant nonsense, cheap publicity, and a big shoot on their own legs. Let me say this to all of you, sons and daughters of Bafut. While we sympathize and try to crucify La Republic du Cameroon, which is in its normal fashion to kill people like they did to Samsoya, Mami Api, Baby Mata, and to our compatriots in Gabu, we must also know that the issue in Bafut is absolutely important for us to go back to the drawing board and put our cards on the table. Let me tell you one thing. We are more than half 1,000 watching. Once we are 1,000, I will launch the FBI issue live and you understand exactly what I'm saying. Let me remind you of one very important aspect, that this revolution is being held to a standstill where La Republique thinks that they can penetrate our communities because they understand that the Ambazonian people are going through monumental donor fatigue. Every Ambazonian is a skeptic when it comes to contributing henceforth. But that spirit is gradually being taken out from our people. And many of you are beginning to see the reasons to contribute again to your revolution. While we would continuously, in the half of this discussion, I am going to talk in pidgin. I take your request seriously. But because I'm addressing a very important issue and we'll be talking with the FBI today or trying to do a demonstration, I have to stay on this path. Thank you very much for your suggestion. Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, you know, a lot of them who are partakers in this massive corruption scheme, they will always tell you every day, why can't we get on to another thing? No, you can't. You will not adopt the La Republique principle of always sweeping strategic developmental issues under the carpet. My trip to Boya remains a fundamental and integral part of the success of this revolution. We will talk about it today, talk about it tomorrow, talk about it next tomorrow, talk about it in Boya. We've talked about it yesterday, 10 months ago. We'll talk about it 100 years to come, and our children will read it in history as one of the most massive and dangerous scams in the revolution and independence of any country ever. Even when the Eritreans fought for their independence, there was no such scandal. Neither did we get this during J.J. Rawlings' period when he was fighting to liberate Ghana. Robert Mugabe, Nelson Mandela, Jomo Kenyatta, Fidel Castro, we didn't get this sort of massive embezzlement and corruption and scamming scandals. Therefore, my people, it is your time to understand that this is the rebirth of confidence. The Ambazonian people must get up to realizing that you must not fall cheap to conspiracy theorists, to mere bloodsuckers in the revolution who think that they will tell you that my trip to Boya is closed. It's never closed because it's just about to begin. I must assure you that the first primary enemies to the revolution, they are those who embezzled close to $1 million US, monies that was earned by hard-working Ambazonians both US and European taxpayers. We all must ensure that we keep the path of justice for MTTB tight and on our chest. As I embark on this very tedious assignment to open the eyes of the Ambazonian people and to bring the perpetrators and embezzlers of my trip to Boya to book, like many of you have suggested, it is going to be a tough road, including the fact that people might be targeting my life. But as you are aware, it is a sacrifice, and I'm aware of the consequences that will follow. They've already started from various forms of blackmail and all whatnot. But what remains significantly important is the fact that I am happy that they are yet to see my resolve in getting the perpetrators to book. When they would have realized that Eric Tataw is a nine-shirt, is a Filippo Ezagi, who once with the ball does not look by the side of the field what the linesman and ball pickers are doing, they would understand that the time is now for them to surrender their conspiracies. As much as I have the capacity, methodology, resources, and the power to pull out all the fake profiles, get them flattened, I still sometimes ignore them because it is of tremendous importance to the follow-up of this my trip to Boya issue. We are almost getting to 1,000 in no time, and I thank you all for sharing. Once you join, you share, and you can type as a follow-up, because the FBI will be following this. Just type justice for my trip to Boya. That is your comment for today's show. Justice for my trip to Boya. It is significantly important that all of Ambazonia must know that you as a people would not go to cash buses, go to work all sort of jobs, pay taxes on your very earned incomes for someone who does zero, nothing, and earns no currency in the United States to take your money and tell you in a very, very disturbing, but lovable manner that I owe nobody explanation for spending your money. Somewhere in Sako, you owe an explanation to the people of Ambazonia, and you owe an explanation to the US government, to the FBI, what you did with $811,000 that was declared, an extra $1 million that is scattered in other accounts that the FBI would have to investigate. As you are all aware, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, we want justice for Boya, and justice we shall get for my trip to Boya. It is significantly important for all supporters of the PIC, what they call the Pastor Interim Government, to understand that as much as you are not recognized in the US, your fictitious appellation of whatever you think you represent the people of Ambazonia will be decoded and will be embarrassed by the FBI. I stand to tell you, and I remain challenged, that is a fight I will never give up. If I die today, the next person will take up, because it's continuity. The Ambazonian people will not blink. They will fight to get this justice done for the people that have been killed. Today we have the military invading Bafut because we did not provide justice for my trip to Boya. Let us all understand that all of our strength will be put in this project to get the perpetrators to book. My trip to Boya remains significantly important, and addressing this matter is my preoccupation. As a matter of fact, those who embezzle my trip to Boya, they are the first enemy before Paul Biya being Vondo. We're going to get them out, we'll rip them off, and they will face justice, and they will serve their terms in the various US jails. Sakwe Kome can be rest assured. My name is Eric Tataw. For those who have read my history and who know me from back home, would have understood that when I stay on a project, I get it accomplished. That is my trademark. That is why you must have noticed that for the past time, when I go for something, I go get it. I'm a go-getter, and we will get justice. We are invoking the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the legal and judicial systems of the United States. We're invoking the tomato process, and we're invoking any other way legally possible within the instruments functioning in the United States and in Europe for us to get out this money. Let me say this to all of you, fellow Southern Cameroonians. Those surrogates on WhatsApp and on Facebook, they don't know who is Eric Tataw. They don't know me. And that is why every day they keep bringing up stories. But I have not changed my perspective. My perspective is getting justice for the thousands of Ambazonian people who cannot talk, but who contributed their money hoping that by now they would have been in Boya. But of course, those contributions ended in potholes and casinos in the United States. Some of those contributions ended in Red Lobsters with people eating crabs. Others ended in enterprise where people rented luxurious cars for thousands of dollars. Yet others were swapped at Walmart and Macy's. And Irene Guo perpetually as a woman who was supposed to lead us through this financial mishap. She took her own monies. Some, as have been updated, they deposited huge amounts of money. This is a new revolution in Irene Guo's West Fargo, personal West Fargo account. These individuals will have to invoke the FBI on these issues. All of these monies will be recovered. You can be assured of that. The U.S. judicial system, through the Federal Bureau of Investigation, acts slowly, carefully, but they get anything that they want. As you are aware, as I said it, we are almost 1,000 now, about thereabout watching. I will now launch this particular issue and let it be known to all of you that your independence is here and independence you will get. I can assure you that this is a process that remains very, very daunting, but we are going to get ourselves liberated. Before I get back to calling the FBI live on this Facebook live show, let me seize this opportunity to address a few issues. I want to sincerely thank Dr. David Makongo, who is one of the finest humanitarian persons and philanthropists that we have in Ambazonia. One of the richest Ambazonian at the moment that I know, at least if not for the fact that I should know about what he does, but for the fact that he puts his money in humanitarian activities. I want to thank you, Dr. Makongo, that do not ignore your people. Do not forget the prisoners, the refugees, because a group of hoodlums who can feed themselves are on social media and trying to paint you black. I will come back to you, Dr. Makongo, and to Ambassador Cohen. But first thing first, let me get to the FBI. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, we will now launch the first call, a tutorial to the FBI, so that all of you will learn how to do this while we put the petition in place. The FBI has policies that are very normal for you to hint them on crimes. And I will make a call to the FBI and you all will understand where we stand and how we are going forward. If you go to Google, for those of you who don't have the FBI's address, the headquarters of the FBI is in Washington, D.C. And this is the number for the FBI, which is, for those of you out of the United States, you have to add the United States code, which is +1. But you have 202-324-3000. 202-324-3000. That's 300. That's the number for the FBI. You can Google it online and the number is always there. I'm going to launch the first call to the FBI for all of you Ambazonians to know how it works. So this is the number for the FBI, 202. I will have to screenshot it and ask somebody, and this is what all of us will do. Okay, so that is it. Those who don't know, this is the number for the FBI. So we'll get this saved. Thank you. Okay, now let me launch the first call to the FBI. And every Ambazonian is going to do it while we put everything together. I'll call now.
Hello, you've reached FBI headquarters. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Please note, this call may be recorded. If you're calling about a background check, to report criminal activity, a tip, or complaint, press 1. For internet crimes, press 2. If you know to report a crime, suspicious activity, or tip, press 1. For background checks, police checks, adoptions and...
Hello. Thank you for calling the FBI. not a 911 service for taking emergency calls. For emergencies, please call 911.
Si usted desea escuchar este mensaje en español, por favor oprima el número 1.
In a few moments, you will be connected to an operator. This call will be recorded for quality assurance, investigative, or other purposes. If you do not wish to be recorded, please hang up and submit your tip online at tips.fbi.gov. During this call, you will be asked to provide identifying information about yourself and/or the persons about whom you are calling. We use this information to assist in investigating your tip. You do not have to provide your name or other personal information. However, the lack of information may delay or hurt our ability to investigate your tip. Any information you provide may be used for authorized purposes.
So we are connecting to the FBI.
Hacked email, internet scam, or ID theft. Press 1. To report a tip about threat to human life, serious bodily injury, or significant violent action, press 2. To report a tip on an FBI fugitive, press 3. To report a tip on an FBI case currently highlighted in the news, press 4. To report mortgage fraud, press 5. To report telemarketing fraud, gift card fraud, identity theft, or... Thank you for contacting us. Your selected category will need to be completed online at the website www.ic3.gov. This government website handles all complaints and tips, to include suspicious email, hacked emails, internet scams, or ID theft. On this website, you will also find more information about internet-related crimes and further information to best assist you. Once again, visit www.ic3.gov. Thank you for contacting us. Your selected category will need to be completed online at the website www.ic3.gov. This government website handles all complaints and tips.
Okay,
Include suspicious
Mommy
emails,
and Papa.
hacked emails,
So,
internet scams.
as you guys have heard, everybody knows.
You will also find more information.
So that is the FBI. That's the FBI number where you can call. Just because it's a live show, we cannot wait until they pick up the call. But in your private time, you're going to pick up that number. The number is there. It's justice for my trip to Boya. All of us must know one thing. As you've heard, people say that they are raising money to do what? To go to the FBI. You don't need no money to go to the FBI. You just need a call. So what we are going to do is that we are going to do, for the FBI case, we are going to do 3 things. Number 1, we are going to make these phone calls to this number, which I'm going to read. No, let me get it very clearly. And all of this. If you think that some people are making noise, if you think that another person has stolen money, you have the right to call the FBI and report that they will investigate the person as well. If that person is Eric Tataw, you have the right to call. So me, I'm not afraid for you to call FBI for anybody. Those who are afraid are those who know what they have done with our monies. Now the number is +1 because you're outside the United States. I'm just giving a quote. +1 202 324 3000. That's 300. So we need justice for my trip to Boya. So you call this number and you listen to the instructions until you get to somebody. They say you have the right to give your name or you don't give your name. But know that if you give your name, FBI still keeps it secret. Now, when you get this, you report to the FBI why you are calling. Now, let me tell you who are those to complain about my trip to Boya. Anybody who comes from the 2 English-speaking regions, which is Ambazonia today, because that money was collected in your name. They use your name to collect that money for the liberation of that country, for humanitarian of that country. You were affected because your identity is involved. Those are the first posts. So it means that anybody who is an Ambazonian has a right to call and report Samuel Sako Ikome, Tabenyang, John Egewan, Chris Anu, Pastor Tataw, Reverend Asom, you have Iringwa. I'll bring all the names because when we are doing this thing, we'll take all these names up there to the FBI. So I've not called and left out any name. All of them who were involved in the Matrix stuff, whether there are 7 or 10 of them, we'll bring all of them. When they go to the FBI, they'll clear themselves from there. So that is how we are going to do. Somebody should pin down the FBI number, please. Brother Elvis, you can pin it down. So this is what we're going to do. You report this number, you report these people to the FBI. Listen to me. We already have our country back. All of them. Sako Ikome, Chris Anu, Tabenyang Brado, Irene Ngwa, Pastor Tataw, John Egewan, all of them who touched my trip to Boya money and we do not see what they did with that money. You're going to put this, we'll put their names together on this complaint and give it there. When you go there, you Tabenyang, you're asking for external audit. You clear yourself, you go back to your house. You, Sako, you lie that you did not eat money, but have all the proof because I'll provide everything to the FBI. If you clear yourself, you go back to the house. So this is how we're going to do it. And I want all of you to know, listen, the FBI number is on the website. Just go to FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. It's easy. After this, you can just type it, you get it. So everybody who touched that money is going to go in for it. This is America. So the surrogates can remember they are making noise online. I will not come and tell you that, give me $10, I want to go to the FBI. FBI is free, my dear. Everything you want to do is free. Everything in America to report is free. It's free line. You don't spend nothing to call. So all of us must know one thing, that we have to give justice to this money that was embezzled. I've shown you people and I've sent these documents to some of the activists. That's why I see some of them are no longer talking. I've sent it to you, Karim. You have those documents, yet you cannot say a word. But the FBI will have to say a word when they receive this document. So we'll do the online petition. People will sign. That will take alongside with the documents to the FBI once COVID-19 is over. But while COVID-19 is going on, we have to start calling the FBI and telling them about this Matrix to Boya crime. This is what we are going to do. It's our money that was raised and people sat here in America and they ate that money, paid their bills and so on and so forth. The FBI will have to let them know that that was an organized crime and there's no joke about it. $1 that was taken out of that money, all of them will have to go down for it. If you consume my trip to Boya, meant for the people of Southern Cameroon, and let nobody fool you. The liberation of a country, you have the right to raise money to liberate a country. It's enshrined in the Constitution of the United States. So they should not tell that, every time they're going to because they'll cash for the because will buy stick, will buy this. It's a lie. We are going purely for the humanitarian aspect of my trip to Boya. And let me tell you what the FBI will be investigating. The FBI will be investigating mostly monies that was swapped here on cat in America. And that is what we are going to do. So we'll do an online petition and that is it. So let them be rest assured. Sako, you stole our money. I have all the cards transaction that you swap. I'll give the FBI that information and the FBI will also subpoena the banks. Bank of America, TD Bank, even the West Fargo account that you, Iringwa, you are putting money there. They will subpoena cash up and we'll have to see every money that you people received and how you spend that money. We'll make sure, after all, like we've said it, some of the money was withdrawn through Khaled Bongo's name and it's for humanitarian purposes. There's no problem with that. We'll see if you withdraw that money. If you withdraw that money and you send it to Nigeria for the humanitarian purpose, whether it's for humanitarian stick or whatever, you should be safe by that. But all the money that you spend here in the United States to swap your cards, buy chicken, go to Walmart, Messi, which is not part of the agenda, you all will have to go in for it. We'll call them, call the FBI, go to their offices. I know it's a very tough thing, but that is what we are going to do. I'll let you know one thing. You see, all the surrogates are crying because they know it is wrecked and it is dangerous for any of them. Now, I want to address this particular fact and let all of you know one thing. That no matter how you cry, remember that some people go still there, mommy and papa them, where as a matter of fact, they go always still there for that side, for the confused, for the write those kind of comments. But when you know one thing, say no matter what it happen, people they don't already know the truth. And it just tell how Satan day, Lucifer, no matter how bad Lucifer day, Lucifer still get put in the following, isn't it? So everybody don't hear the thing, don't see the proof, don't see how people they chop money, They don't ever come for cat talk because they don't partake for the money. You see, money, when you partake for chop money for revolution, it's like Nyongo has. When you drink blood, because if you talk, you will die. That's what the thing did. So all the way they chop my trip to Boya, way not the way they figure talk. All the activists where they chop my trip to Boya, say the don't quite, it'll be difficult for them. We will know at the end of the day whether we as a people will get strength or now the people that they take our own contribution, they chop and they get strength. Mama, I know one thing, Mommy and Papa, them. We remain consistent on this issue, and all of us will cry because of our money. We will keep crying. We will cry. That's how we arm robber for city. People will cry say insecurity there until police will solve this problem. This issue from a trip to Boya. Now the primary thing, we don't hold this revolution back, and Sako economy, we swap card for Mercy, for Philadelphia, for Walmart, for iPhone Place, for Apple. Sako economy go pay dearly. And if you are shown, I say, Sako will go for jail for the money we cheap and for Ambazonian people. At the top now, not be joke. When the FBI thing will start, that's what FBI they ever start, put the prison a joke. We will call them, go hang them, and this case will get to the last person who touch $1 from my trip to Boya. Mama, I want to know, and all of them must know one thing. If in the crisis on person embezzle, call your own FBI, not the ask me say how much the man be embezzled. If you want to know some audio the way this other man from Houston don't just move by the coin Alex Wetty, where now them be the treasurer for Skakuf, even talk say they not be chop $1 for Skakuf. But if you be chop $1, find the Skakuf person then bring them in. My own, I need to go far away. They put they chop my trip by way. Me, why they be control of Skakuf and not be know. I don't know what is happening, but for my trip to Boya, I stand there, I preach them. I didn't go to collect money, Sako they collect money, Pastor Tataw they collect money. I go fundraiser, basket to basket, go state by state, raise them for live show. I take and give people. Today, people they feel say sometimes they're too smart. They go bring people they don't know how to while their t-shirt them for come online for can they make noise. Man, I know one thing, Mommy and Papa. That money, I raise that money, use my platform. I still get the videos, and I will take and go to for FBI. So all the noise I make and for not save none of them. I don't get nothing not will depress me or move me away from this focus because I will get justice for the money where Sako take up. I know all the accounts them. Now then this, I will bring her up when I see them once more because now the very thing I will give FBI. My show now very well if you don't know. My name is Eric Tataw. Now my name that. Mona know very well. I've done something for Abdul Karim and I'll go for them for a page. Now Karim that. All the Canada problem, now then that. I don't say now in this show. Now the file is now in the right here. You see I'm Google file. Click on for it go open. You see all the thing them. Most of the document and then that for the day for hard drive. The other one they did page by page. So we'll submit this to the FBI. All this bank, we will get all these bank accounts and all these statements. They go come. Now humanitarian money, and you therefore know one thing. Humanitarian money, they show you know if you touch $1, you go free. You must make sure say the people that they donors and be satisfied because you see FBI need your constant investigate. Say, oh, you collect my trip to Boya. Well, what you do them? No. Now when people they start complaining, say this one I so the money not be used. It's not so FBI not ever investigate no man. So it means say once you collect money for people, execute and when the people they be satisfied, so that all person where is a part of that donation will make sure say in we can complain. But now we'll complain in our thousands. When we'll put the online petition on Siam. We don't need plenty people that will sign that petition. We need only 500. Only 500 for take us all the FBI. It be enough for chakara the people for the money of the chief. So all I know, and as soon as you are aware, Mommy and Papa, then just quickly, just 1 minute. We all as a people will remain consistent on the facts. The facts on the table. Listen, my turn at one very thing. We will not get to understand. We will not get to know say these people they cry. Sako not be up in mop. Talk about the money for America again. If it be man, me can do video today or tomorrow. It doesn't know. Detail every time you talk to me like, oh, I used my crypto boy the way it was supposed to be used. So that we'll use that video again. Where we put it proof, they'll put on FBI. Say even until this day, if you claim to use the money, fine. If it be man, me can do it. Yes. If it be man, me come on can do video. Say, oh no, all these cards that they said I swapped it, I didn't swap them, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Enough fit up in mouth. Enough fit ever up in mouth. Never ever up in mouth. And we'll get them very clean and clear. All we will sign that petition just like so our brother they talk for here. We remain very consistent on the part of the truth. Today they keep beginning for Bafut. Chris Arnold cry. say, oh, we need something, because it always use na waiting, it always use na situation to raise money for itself. Who's that money they way they raise and say they won't go broke prison? Nothing, not be done. People don't send their money. The pilot woman where they call, where the so-called fake pilot, where because they come up from France, they come America, where they don't block airport them. Who's that they never reach the America for can sue me, you never can. Now, for rally money now, when I give Sako, when I give Chris Anu, because they get case where they come for FBI, so that they fair use their own money, because all things they use them for scam now. Say, oh, they won't use money for go find every type of FBI. FBI then are 10 minutes or 12 or 15 minutes away from my place. So don't be worried, Amazonians. Your revolution is back on track. We'll get these people and they'll bring our money, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Now, let me say this very clearly. And I will just reply to a few Sako surrogates who are making noise under this Facebook page. Say, Eric Tataw, don't you have a job? Okay, let me show you what time is it in America. This is 8:45, so it's just early morning. And by the way, you cannot ask the CEO of National Telegraph, like some you see Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook, you're asking if he doesn't have a job. When after this, you go and read my website, and you give me money by reading that website. So by the end of the month, you have to pay $10 to read National Telegraph, those special areas. So that is when you know who is who and who is not who. So you should stop making noise, all these Sako surrogates. You have read Telegraph for free. You cannot ask a CEO, somebody who is employing people, about job. No, it doesn't work like that. So it's only in Ambazonia that some of you will continually think that everybody will get up in the morning and is jogging up and down. I work in this country, but as a matter of fact, I don't even need a job from anybody in America because I'm a job creator myself. Without said, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, that was just an aside, because we must make sure that you stream this Sako surrogate. Now, that is okay. And just like I said, to those surrogates who are making noise, you cannot come online on my page. You talk about somebody who runs a radio station, who owns a radio station that is working 24/7, which I'm going to just pull out for some of our followers that are here. Let me pull it out very quickly so that you understand exactly what I'm saying. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians. I'm getting to the next topic. Let me just put it out so that some of these people will understand exactly what we're saying. Now, if you come to our Facebook page, which is here, when you click here, that's the page Telegraph is opening. So you see National Telegraph, that's our website. It has opened. And here you have a live radio embedded. You can play music from here. So this is how it is. So that's our live radio in our website. You can also download the app on the Google Play Store. So that is how we are building our own empire independently from anybody who is Ambazonian. Most of our clients are who? They are from other countries. So I want to clear this one very, 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 very. No, it's important. Don't say forget about it. Always hit them, because remember that on your show, new people can just tune into your page and they can pick that comment if you don't clear it. So that is what we're talking communication. Always deal with questions as you see them. Don't say that, oh, I've talked about this, my job issue many times. No. A new follower can be coming into the page and it's the first time, and the person can take that and go with it that, oh, they talk about job and so on. So they know what they are doing and I know what I'm doing. So thank you so much. Without clear, in my capacity as CEO of National Telegraph, I think that normally I should not even be getting up from sleep. I should just sleep, write when my writers write, and so on and so forth. We just publish, people read. From this month end, it's $10 to subscribe on our page. You don't have it, you don't read. That's it. After all, we publish your most authentic news. So that is what we're going to do. We have the best website when it comes to reporting. One of the best in Africa, honestly. We top-notch compared with BBC, CNN. Check it and you see. Now that's what we've upgraded. Our website is the standard BBC format. Go in there, you will see it. That's what we have done, and we have the capacity to do that. And I want to thank my brother Jonas, who is working very powerfully on it, and my brother Mitch too in the UK, and I will not forget Brian. Brian is in Georgia. Those are the three guys who are working on the website. They are embedding the code for the radio. Brian is the person who did the radio. The developer for the website is Jonas, and Mitch is the person who is supervising and doing all the changes, and he's the one who's going to do the subscription button. So we have three people working on that website. So I want to thank them immensely. Without saying, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get to the main aspect of this show after this FBI. It's about Ambassador Cohen. Now, Mommy and Papa them, I will talk about Ambassador Sumo for English, he and Dr. Makongo. Ambassador Cohen, Mommy and Papa them now, U.S. diplomat. And now make I know one thing. If Bo Herbert and Chris Arnold, they bring Ambassador Cohen, they can't cautiously say a retired diplomat. Go and enjoy your retirement. Ambassador Cohen, they like Ambassador Arikana Chomborikwa, where he been a former African Union ambassador to the United States. Ambassador Cohen to now former U.S. ambassador to if they for a Richard, they don't be former undersecretary for African Affairs. So if you come online, listen, something they will not get understand for public relations. Say when you talk about former people, then no say they affect all man when a former. Now you can't insult a former ambassador. They bring another former ambassador for can talk for your own TV according to you. So what's the difference between Ambassador Cohen and Ambassador Arikana? Now the same people, former diplomat. I'm not making know one thing. For diplomacy, and then you get another former ambassador. If you call Ambassador Cohen, you say don't call Ambassador Fosun. Say go and enjoy your retirement. But when you want beg money, go bring Ambassador Fosun for your show. For can't beg money. See, I told you one thing, mommy and pardon. You know, the truth now say, education and intelligence, they will blend. You see, when man not get, he not be neither intelligent nor educated, it's a disaster. Complete disaster. Because you listen, we'll put these three cases. You get former ambassador Cohen, former ambassador Arikana, former ambassador Fosun. Okay, you don't use all them three. You be bet Cohen. When Cohen be tweet say, let the Swiss talk go on. When I share them everywhere, I get that tweet. When Cohen be tweet support Swiss talk. And I say, yes, the US is talking. That time, Cohen be talk on behalf of the UN, of the US. Now, Cohen don't say, I say, US talk don't fail. Every ambassador, every barrister Ashu, when he talk Swiss every day, he don't come and say Swiss talk has failed because I put it on the ground. Now, you can't coach Ambassador Cohen. Okay, you said Cohen be asked for $30,000. I want to congratulate Ambassador Cohen. If first of all be too cheap, which diplomat will ask you $30,000 for 1 month? Now chicken money that. Okay, now we go bring the charge and bail lawyer there for Florida, where they don't know nothing about international relations. When I ask Ambassador how much? Hundreds of thousands. When I want to start money for raise money for fake thing, for those lawyers and those 2 lawyers, when no man don't know them. But when I want to raise money, when I see hypocrisy, mommy, I want that money they understand. They can't coach the power because they don't talk to say who on earth, Bohebet, where he claims to be journalist, show me success. He get weighty as a relic for journalism. Wait Bohebet on him as a veteran journalist. He said that Bohebet not be retired man. Bohebet don't contribute much to the revolution. Apart from the fact that they contribute money for waiting for a Morix, they give Bohebet, he invested the money. He don't contribute much. Bohebet if he move 1 time to have his own money, so put up for this trouble. You go gary for when they contribute on a chop. So when you see people they don't be frustrated, wait to be Bohebet on contribution. He don't get no money for put out diplomacy. He don't get no communication, better communication channel where if you go pass information. He don't get, they only go talk, they go talk among themselves, among fake profiles. Now why are we not for USA? Every day Bohebet go to say, every time chop people's hand. And that's on news. So me, I get a ghost. I never America. I never damn the Christian where the deaf marshal me go kidnap people. You know what I go call every time to name. Before you do ambassador calling every day because Sako say don't chop my trip to Boya. Every day don't chop my trip to Boya. Every day oh Sako is a criminal. This man is this man is that. Every day. You cause Sako go up, come down. Today don't go now to Sako, don't use small material. I don't chop now. You get a tongue and you pour. Don't worry, you live now. Yeah, we have them. Yes, you comrades who are working together. Look, Bohebet. You see a cheap man. You don't even get a power, you don't get a stand, you don't get a balance, you don't be independent. You listen, man, I tell you one thing, right? Even when I hit Dr. Cho, today I hit Sako, doesn't mean I go to Cho Ekona. No. I do on my own side, do my activity. When Cho do Cho Ekona, I support him. I hit Sako because Cho my trip to Boya. Go listen, Ambassador calling. How many months ago? Every day, you be support who? You be support Dr. Cho, no? You be coach Chris Anu every day. Sako don't come on Yampuka of the weekend time. Chris don't come on Yampuka of the weekend time. Today because I don't give my now I just say that only me. I get out there, stand firm. Nobody can bribe me. Somebody will carry for say stop lies. Lies say now who not say Bohebet because Sako for Ambassador calling. Either you need to hear you fine, or the only fake profile where you only see because Ambassador calling an old you need hear. So these are the kind of people we're talking about. Bohebet gets zero contribution for the revolution. Where to be contribution? Who ever make it leader? He get who said the fight. Especially leader for revolution now. This mushroom put the way they not get no fighter for ground. Bohebet the thing where he hates if he go talk for which place. He go which negotiation. That's what I'm asking you. So Switzerland only use the Republic for set confusion. Mommy and Papa them for wartime.
Man where you need to fight, you need to go no place for go negotiate. Don't take all the fight and go to Switzerland, they go stay there. But who come carry funny kind face, carry cost Cohen. You be who? Wait till Cohen get you boy be much your account before small sako take you wrap you so put you under a buttocks because don't take my chip by a chop. The rest of that man for the Abdul Karim they make noise. Talk say they should not be insulting women. How many times big that 43-year-old woman when a Bamenda put they help you before you come out your house? Young man go marry woman 43 years. You can't make noise. Not be batting or married old man or nothing about batting. But not to make noise. I age will be there that time. You go marry woman like 50 times older than you. Let me tell you something, Karim. You have to understand one thing, say we're there for war. And any woman where come out there, he can't talk against any Tataw. So what me I say for Bafut now, if some military when a woman, he take gun for go shoot some fighter. Me the fighter just tell her she don't say because I'm a woman. No. The same thing for this Facebook. If you be woman, won't cause me, can't find because of war. We get war on the guy, we get social media war. I will destroy you completely. Any weapon I get on social media for deal with you, I'll do you squarely. Whether we pick it 10 years or how many years, I will deal with you very well. Very well when I know that thing. So not come because you make noise. You Abdul Karim come to the camera and say, it's a righteous man. You know, we take your own papa go court for Bamenda because people they know they should not quiet. You be who recognize you are quarter come for Bamenda. Ask me from Manfred to anywhere I don't go, well respected. So don't can you make noise. You can't come and say you get 4 certificates. First school living certificate, common entrance, 1 Muslim you get about mosque there, come on go India, come back unsuccessful. Tell me your university the way go. No. So we stop all the noise. We not catch down every day, we not catch make noise, official because we not going to talk. Why you not talk independently as a man? You forget you don't call for debate, don't go. You can't call on me. Me I be a history teacher. You want to call me because you feel you go talk for Equinox say in 1990 this report did this, the one did this. Every picking a recitation. Every picking from 2, they recite that you about Southern Cameroon. No additional advantage. Say for no history for country. They ask man say, where do you come from? What's your father's name? Now so history for country day. So now they will know this team, mommy and papa them. So now get Bohebe, we catch it, make noise, say, one more coach ambassador. We be you Bohebe. Your whole life when you work, you got much your account. You don't have that struggle. Money more they contribute and give you. You don't take a chop, you should don't talk. You never contribute much to the revolution. When I catch it on, I make noise every day because Chris Anu, a thief, a failed pastor. Chris Anu never contribute much. Ask the BLM people. Chris Anu not get no player never contribute $1. If he come California and I put they pay transport. He go Chicago and I put they pay transport. He come Maryland and I put they pay transport. Is that now so revolution to be on? Say when I want to America, I want to be leaders them. When I don't count, I instead take revolution, she don't on top. When I take money for flight, money for this, when I chop all money in entourage, then put it for damage the suffer. When Cohen and say let US let talk begin. When I go bring Bohebe and Karim as dull as those 2 young heads a day, wait with their success. They the right waiting. Bohebe no waiting. He no waiting. Ambassador calling for day. You not be fearing create a name where it be unique. He go create a name where he only change Cameroon calling, put ambassador calling. That is nonsense. When I only tell you a name then copycat change them. What do you people have as a success? Let me ask you people. So it be so crazy, so on a fish on a cash down and sort Cohen. We will not take it. We will not take it from you people. Tell Swiss say they don't fail. Tell the Republic say they don't fail. This reason they are both now. Until Bohebe or Kali talk, Bohebe, you are which leader? What do you control? You get how many members of Morix? I want to ask you, Bohebe, carry you control now waiting. You control it and mocks for Bamenda or which mocks or some new mocks you don't get for Canada. Seek your asylum for Canada quiet, which is your right, by the way. Not can you make noise every day, can you make noise? If you've been a person, you be so much a threat for Cameroon government. How you do come out to the land, go back, come back, you go this side, you walk and go stay, you make Abdul Karim, they make live show for airport for La Republic. And now I'm flying to Nigeria, if the Anansi play the go. They don't do nothing. A man is every guy to go make a live show for airport for La Republic. So when I see people, I just say he is fear. Fear Abdul Karim. They fear might go make live show. Mark Barat has come out for even go for a Equatorial go make live show say they Equatorial. Don't grab Mark Barat and put her under this thing. So when I can't see, when I can't make noise every day because I don't get so cheap fake providers okay, like yes, very true Muslim scholar. You be who scholar? You know the meaning of a scholar? You be who scholar? A dishonest man, you not be having a Muslim because the chop pick. Any man you take bribe, not Muslim man not be that kind of person. So mu not should know you can't make noise every day. No man no now. No man no Bohebe can't make no. Who be Bohebe? I want action now for the ambassador revolution. Who be Bohebe? Bohebe now who? He go form Moritz out of selfish interest. Bob won't be in charge. He won't be in charge. And that time, if you oppose man, you don't coach Sako, coach me that be support Sako, coach Chris Anu from start to finish. Today they go romance with them. Because I don't give small money on my trip. Because I don't go. What is in Switzerland? Who they on egg, mommy, and by the way, America won't talk, say they only talk, somebody can condemn America. Say they only talk now Switzerland. And the same person will endorse the Swiss talk now Americans. Now they talk say no, now US talk. If they say me, I talk say, I'll pay your school fees to go to Sase. Sase is good. Then tomorrow I can say no, I want to pay your school fees to go and study in Namibia. They can say no, the only way I have to go is Sase. When I'm not going to pay the fees. You want to move the fees from my pocket? So when I must see all this stupidity, and I feel on time, when I prohibit this. When now so Chris, I'm going to show a witness. I need to bring the man for my show for come back my point. When I want to talk, I bring the facts out. They me one. Now me one. Now, I be telling the other day waiting. Say Sako people the law, government don't resign. Maybe I don't know. My show the other one way. I want to congratulate you are brother we don't resign from Bui County. Very good. Ma come quickly. Now in this. So now one of our brothers is now resignation letter this. He come up for letter of resignation as Bui County Financial Secretary. Now in that. We don't see him. He did all over social media. So now so all them they resign. The one say resign can write on public. One thank una mommy, thank una papa, then say when I don't see the truth. All man they come off because Sakona Cabal. FBI you come. You don't say on a first man that I don't hear FBI don't just resign quite because better he not get for the issue. They can't say the financial. We don't get dissolve the council in a state. So the man don't resign, he move himself for sure. So any man with that 76 man cabal, 10 the dog resign remains 63. We will get to them. So we know there, Bohebo can make no say Bohebo talk say Eric Tataw chop people's hands. Bohebo, if not be Eric Tataw, you know if she go for ABC go to talk. Revolution of the yes, now me Eric Tataw I be Gary Master. I use the word Gary unapologetically. What are you still waiting for, Bohebo? Bring the police to me. We're in the same America. You think that you are the top, you make mob so. Yes, it is war. And I can say it authoritatively. I gave specific instructions for self-defense. I will not change it. I'm not a puppet, a stooge. No. My name is Eric Tataw. Eric Tataw. That's my name. Yes. I gave specific instructions for self-defense. And nobody can take that right away from me. So nothing that we go for. How many people they listen to ABC? How many people? You're going to make me say, Eric, I don't say that they should cut this. My ghost. But I still stand by it. That I get specific instructions for self-defense. Which is my right. You guys small puppet, the boy head. Now only all the face shown as suffer because we don't see that way will leave me they do small condition. Me Sako they give small. So according to you now, you don't be a Sako a boy. So some crazy people. See big man, old man, retired man. You go say, Cohen asks us 30,000. When I see no mommy, it means that they talk so much. He said, me no other ambassador no can talk for ambassador because when ambassador come in negotiation, you wear the vex, you go call him online. Don't say, hey. Now the very kind of public strategy that. So you go call $30,000. 30,000, how much? $30,000 at 110. He passed. If ambassador of ask you $30,000, you can't make noise. Chris and there we go for ABC TV. You say you not even balance your phone fine. You didn't make noise. They say balance. Say no. Today I'm using my phone. How you know use phone? Poverty. The way my cheap people take and buy laptop. See people. You go to say $30,000. You need money. One tell you if you not call it to America for pay only $30,000. So they get the opportunity having you price. You can't make noise way. Having correct phone you not be banned. But you see man way you there for TV way. One man you use phone for Canada. The other man use have phone way battery you can't die for somewhere around Virginia. Then the other man they have a computer to make sure one man a technician and so they make. Then they take $16,000 every month they pay TV bills. You not talk about that one. You complain one way. A diplomat, a professional diplomat actually only 30,000. We know how much Makongo is spending for the diplomacy. Now how much this if you boy baby Makongo where they move money one time $50,000 ship container all thing go clear for Nigeria go this side clear for Ghana. If they move 2 million pay 1 mile fly pay like 15 picking that fly one time they come out Dubai come here. Me say boy baby don't collapse no. Upon all the money where you and come and take for sign asylum. Una fish no. When I sign asylum paper how much? When I sign asylum paper how much? You boy and come and tell this. When I want to take a business turn on a business. Turn on a business. See people them. We now exploit picking in all kind way. We now can picking they get trouble for asylum, big trouble the way they can't so. For now help them sign that document they were free. We now take $1,000, $1,500. Come and have the sign. All that money I take about salary, also don't keep them since. When I take them in a refugees there, take and chop, feel fine. Now what can they make noise? For pay only you tell $1,000, only 30 people they want to sign up for 1 month. I sign how much? One and not take that money, pay diploma. Now go bring some cheap. When I don't end. Now go bring a Wyman letter. So Africa use Wyman 4 ambassador now. Cohen where they talk, actually 30,000. Listen, Ambassador Cohen, you want 30,000? We go pay you. We need you. We need their diplomacy. Dr. Makongo, after this, if you watch me, call me, please. I bet you. I will call you. Call me or I'll call you. We will put the money for down. Not so you get the money, but we will support. Yes, we need a US-led talk. Now in this, now Barrister ask you this. Now Barrister ask you this talk say US-led talks will not fail. But I go the moon here. Maybe yesterday I not be playing fine. Moon here fine. Now I don't post a massy. You fucker Eugene. Now another person I got for the following year. Small I go talk so they go start following tomorrow. You can climb to my head the other 72 teeth. Now in this.
Ceasefire with this government, I don't think it will ever happen. There will never be a ceasefire because the government thinks that it is its legitimate right to have soldiers parading the
despite calls by the United Nations.
I say it will never happen. I don't see it happening. The government will never. You see, the government will tell you that this present government will tell you that withdrawing the troops will mean that they are giving in to secessionists. That's what they will tell you. So for ceasefire, I don't see it. What I see is that there is a very strong likelihood that there will be negotiations because the Swiss talks failed, but there are other talks that are on the way.
Okay, other talks. Let's conclude with you before we go. We're looking at Herman J. Cohen, former U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for Africa Affairs. Now, his reaction to the findings was, the results of the findings was let the U.S.-led talks begin.
Yes, let the U.S.-led talks begin.
So if Swiss talks have failed, what other talks are you talking about?
Well, like you rightly say, Herman Cohen said let the U.S. talks begin, and I think there are U.S. talks that are on the way.
Okay, thank you so much.
Listen, not be everyone think of talk of fun, mommy and papa. Yeah, the girl will not be every Ambazonian, na don't normal journalist. He take that in Gabu massacre. You see, girl again intelligence. He take that in Gabu massacre. He not reading all that in the way Cohen talk. He end up with the last statement. He say his reaction to the findings. He end and say, them say all they tell the man talk. Say peace for Cameroon. D1. That girl pick now the key aspect. It means that girl actually do diplomacy. Because when diplomat talk, diplomat go so. He makes sure he makes sure they can stand on place. You know that the people don't stand. And you go take only intelligent man. Because that diplomat go so. It comes so, he shakes so, he can stand so. Oh yeah, see, yeah, like wait man be talk, Tibonage. Today, Bohebe they talk clip say, oh, even Tibonage don't support Swiss talk. The very Tibonage go talk say waiting. Why not go cause Tibonage? Tibonage be talk about decision recently. But the man we don't talk about US-led talks now when I go cause him. Tibonage you don't talk say he want peace for Cameroon. He go this side come so he shake the can say they so Cameroon government nothing ever defeat secession because the children not be succeed. He simply pass Cameroon government may say we never go negotiation. So na so diplomat talk. Diplomat can talk say like how the other door professor he calls Professor Ayim. That one even pick your class 2 he get sense passing. He go ask Tibonage say now even go make a vote Tibonage talk against we say will you separate Cameroon and Ambazonia? This are going to why they smoke a pipe before they go to party. Every time a chop call our village, better party. They smoke a pipe before they go to public. Very dull set of people. I tell you one thing, see, I tell you one thing for me, right? For man like Chris Arnold, you see, I like to bring that pole, they catch up back because I don't be surprised because you know Chris Arnold is a complete school dropout. Like when you talk before when you see Chris Arnold, you say, even me, I've been saying as a man who gets some wonderful degree, then I go research, see and say, he run for Bambili, he not finish school. High school, you not finish them. Which is not an issue. After all, get get money plenty where they be successful and not finish school. The thing I say, Chris Arnold run school, they can go for church again, he fail. If you see, what I even talk, I just give you one video when I see the way Chris Arnold mess up himself. So we all get to understand, say, mommy and pardon. These people, you know, they understand the thing they happen. Because they don't get, they get that money where Switzerland, they get each time they go, they come and say, per diem or fish. Because he said put the door, so man come out when a Professor Ayim, now Sako chief of staff, he go ask man for crowd, ambassador, diploma for crowd. He say Now that this, you know, the boundaries, can you separate Cameroon and Ambazonia? That man, Cohen, I just say, that man look the man and say, he go surely go ask, say, what is going on? Is this man okay? You go ask diplomat, where the other country get embassy for a country. Even you, Professor Ayi, you still hold Cameroon passport. You go ask diplomat, say, will you separate Cameroon from Ambazonia? I mean, just assume say, I be Tibonage. I'll say, yes, what's your name? Like what Trump used to ask. Trump asked to say, which media are you with? I'll say, yes, Professor Ayi, I will separate it. As you were going to the UN for decolonization, how was the decolonization market? Very dull people. See, Matthew, one thing now. When you see people, they be significantly dull. A professor, they go ask separation for public. They do one thing. I want that. He said, I laugh with that. I say, yes. The guy they were the head man for the revolution of attention. One time, man, the coder will laugh now. Chai! Mama, me, I. Me say, all my way surround Sako. Now, either they run from school, or they go pastor work and not succeed, or they will be a half journalist, or they don't give themselves title, a Muslim scholar, or they not be any scholar. Me say the people, they be so they all them, they get problem. Full Johnson no win for 11 cases. He first 11 cases, Full Johnson no win no one. First 11. Chris Andrew run school, run church. Today the old the money he said church run. Sako run Nigeria, we not get degree. Come here, run Cameroon. All them get problem. All them. Karim don't run around to Nigeria and Canada now. He's a Muslim scholar. You find the say we go do the scholarly stuff. You need to know. One I can get 4 certificate, 4 paper. You did in America. I don't get me paper there. I get make tech. I get like 5 that paper. They don't just give me. So I don't complete one. You go. You know how many degrees I get in America? Certificate. Abdul Karim say. People they know. He said, if you follow the so that is just like the last shoot me want to about. I say, try the guy, they try. Man, go there, you say just degree. Man, okay, they might do Chrome Master for 4 weeks or 6 weeks. They certify, you say get degree for computer sciences. The Chrome Master still get though. You see, and correct fire, correct true. But not be degree, please, with due respect. See, more be very straight, more desperate. I got degree them too. Plenty, but I know can't show because na paper, na normal paper. They don't give me the certification. Means, mama me. You see how people can really they release you so you laugh with it. Means that the guy that joke. See, thing the way man they enjoy. Where they are matter, they want to be joke. Where they for enjoyment. Thing the way they enjoy. But the guy that joke, they make them. And they make us say they see or they pass all kind of enjoyment one one. So that's a good thing in this revolution. We get people that don't already be now black legs and then comedians, they will enjoy them. So all na get for no. So when you see someone can say get 4 degrees, 4 or 5 degrees. You wait the America, you watch me calculate every mommy where you come okay, you don't get HA wait you na make tech. In fact, I'm going to do the make tech thing. I come out with 2 degrees one time because when you go for DC, you get MedTech and wait. They do they do 2 one time. They want for DC and Maryland. You even go to the one for Virginia. Like my brother, as you can get like 9 degrees, 9. As you can see, you don't do all crash course the other country, all. So mommy and father, I don't understand say now so the thing there. So now years of man can say get degree, you know university we go. They all man where you supposed Sako. They don't go to university, but you know ever know a classmate. Now their only point that get them. Sako go university, but you know a classmate say we get doctorate degree or masters. Chris and who go this side, you never know. So that is what we should understand about these people. This is not a joke. So as I be talk, mommy and pa them will get the US-led talks. America does stand for our back, and we all as a people must understand one thing. Must see whether we'll get the hello, Doc, you want to participate on the show? Okay, please. Okay, no. Yes. No, I don't have your hands free, so yeah. So as I be talk, mommy and papa them. All will get to understand. I just be happy so I relax more with this part where they bring this issue about degrees and so on and so forth. You know, be there for war, you can't talk about degrees. Nobody does that because even at that, you never get a degree because you don't call degrees because when I mean mommy they start, they say, oh, the man go school. But you know school you go. You know one university, you know go. Degree to be awarded only for university. Or so university will give honorary degree, like how you don't give all these presidents and they get degrees and not go to school. That is it. Anything that below university is not a degree. So go and read what's a degree. It can be a certificate or something. Certification is different from a degree. So without saying, ladies and gentlemen, we all must know one thing. We'd already launched this issue. It be open to the Amazonian people. We will take out these measures for retrieve this money from Sako and Co. They get to bring with this money. Come rain, come shine. All of them get to know one thing. Hello? 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 Yes, sir. Yes.
So if that is true, make people them when they listen this show, they come out and denounce them because we need to sanitize this revolution from criminals.
Thank you.
So I call on Amazonian. I call for all Amazonian when they did for this for America. So if anybody don't pay money for both help, send me the signing letter for asylum. Make it come out and denounce.
Yeah, because for example, me, right? All man we don't contact me. I don't use National Telegraph. I do them affidavit of support. I send them for the email for free. I don't always announce them for it. I need to because now you're right. Now you're right. This thing are solidarity. So if someone don't sign something, take money for you. That one are just some very terrible thing because the person don't care about business. So thank you so much. I will reject that comment. I mean, at the end of the day, because I insist, I take them. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So we all get to know this thing. Say, mommy and papa them. They like boy head and the rest. They go up, come down. Nothing for Switzerland. Swiss stock don't fail. We'll be slowly quiet for how many months? No, you will talk about Swiss stock. No man no can challenge Swiss. As a matter of fact, I don't endorse Swiss. Maybe they go for Swiss, but Swiss don't fail. Even barrister actually talk about it. Now, mommy ask yourself, say, how if we do the America? Some people they fear me. America lead the talks. What be the no? Ask yourself, say, what be the problem? Instead of say, okay, oh America, and America don't give Cameroon 2 sanctions, two. Switzerland instead go fight in a contract for Cameroon port with a French company. Yet, but they fight only because now they get that PDM, now they Sako they get that PDM, and so on and so forth. My America, I know one thing. I've even go back, might even show now some other paper where don't come out for UK where it show how it show Sako. Say Sako the Chris and they be accused of embezzlement. My job final. If I not see, I will post on my wall after. So now so the put the thing. The only side they recognize Sako for embezzlement and thievery. That's it. Me, Eric Tataw. I need to worry about other noises they make on corner bush. Me, I don't talk say I will support person when the person do the right thing. Condemn the person when the person do the right thing. All they know. We don't be for meeting, conference call with Sako. Mark Barata was in that conference call. Bemondo Bidede, all them. I ask Sako, say, what is happening? Why? This is the question I ask. Atanga Achille in our weakness. Everybody in our weakness. Mark Barrett in our weakness. I just talk of the day when I Mark Barrett at the call. I'll answer a call after this. I ask Sako, say, can you not give us the names of those who signed out that matric to Boya? Sako say, no, all thing I sign. I'm going to take Mark a call for some few minutes. Yeah, Mark, please. Hello? Hello? Go ahead, yeah, please. You they connected. Go ahead, please.
Yes, thank you very much, fellow Ambassadors. On a good afternoon. I want to talk on just two issues. The first, where you see and say any credible, genuine person from our revolution, these people then they attack the person highly. I want to talk. We don't read series of attacks from the pigs, from people where they don't get name or face for social media. These are people who can go to Cameroon today, and you, me, the Makongo, and others where our face they out there, we not go. There is no Amazonian humanitarian in this revolution where you don't support IDPs, where you don't support refugees from Nigeria to Ghana, where you don't support South Cameroonians trapped in the Asian world, bring them over. For South Cameroon, bring them over. We don't support people from north to southern zone that which way Dr. Makongo don't do. And even the African campaign, how you campaign say donate before we do. It use the own hard-earned money for the revolution. So it is very, very, very sad, very, very aching for see faceless ninnies, faceless cowards, faceless nincompo, faceless pandestawa, faceless nonsensical nonsense people who go against a genuine intellectual like Dr. David Makongo. It is in Senate? Which country in Congress? Which country in citizens don't go free for Cameroon for don't see what is happening? Which country don't do sanctions for Cameroon like USA? No other country don't do it the way USA don't do. So it put our place as genuine Amazonians for us to push the USA to come forward and take a stand to lead this negotiation. Like how we even get to the top. You see Barrister Ashu on the top. The Swiss, we don't give them 9 months. And for 9 months, what have they done? They said they have gained the Ghana airport. They have succeeded to destroy FACO because there is a deliberate plan from the Swiss to weaken FACO, which is the seat of Amazonia, which is in fact, FACO will get the highest lycanthropic activity. Now, through the Swiss, they work with. In fact, let me say it properly. I don't suspect Dr. Akwanga. Just took my mind. I don't suspect it. Yeah? I don't suspect it because how you go use the Swiss people, they carry fighters to go Ghana and they knew these things. They knew all these things. Then you see this big them, even when they ask their leaders, why will you take a fight down from ground zero to Ghana? They don't ask. They look at the genuineness of other Amazonians who are raising concerns. What the Makongo has done, those faceless cowards, that they could not even show their face out there with their names. They cannot do it.
Mark, thank you.
Because they will provide sticks, they will provide G-nuts, they will provide humanitarian from all angles. He has done it and he continues to do it. Even that one they call him Joshua Cow with Fumba, they know what that man, the Makongo, has done to FACO. But that misuse is money.
Mark, just before you go, Joshua Carey claims he be giving NAC the $1,000 when me a personal son of me and Ashu Kingsley. He be giving any money, any $1,000 when I'm here.
There is a financial statement which NAC don't put out since. And when a financial statement it go out, all of us will not include Zaka at that time. We agree that this is a final and so if it don't anything, then I need to go back to the statement
to look and wait according to the financial statement. No condition, not the way will be a way indicator.
What I know as factor is that this woman who prayed and covered for the death of Super Union Stabber was a secretary of what's her name again? Is it
Ason Christina.
Yes, this devilish woman, she's still keeping Nax money. It is and Cal knows, and Cal will not go against her to ask her to bring them money. So they exist in their own evil, corrupt world where every action from their leaders, when it's glaring wrong, they do support. So fellow Amazonians, we have to see USA talk is already there, but we can push and call the USA come on board because the Swiss have failed. We give an example when Colombian government were fighting the FARC rebels. The FARC rebels they gave Norak, that is no way down from the division. They gave them 30 days. Bring the Colombian government on the table, or you stop to distract us. You stop because this thing is, let me tell you, this thing is distraction. Look at what has come from Southern Zone. Distraction. Look at what these people are doing. They only think about flying from expensive planes to hotels. Maybe I want to believe that what French Cameroon did with our leaders, Foncha and the rest. It seems these people they fly to our leaders. It seems they give them small side chicks. There will be some small side chicks there. If there is no side chicks, this part are enjoying. There will be some small side chicks there away from their wives. Because they seem they are enjoying the move to fly in plane, go in a hotel, sit and receive a wine.
And Mark, let me just not cut you short. You see, one of the reasons why some of them will even oppose the US talks, contrary to what some of them think, is because
In the US, you just need to drive and go and listen to the talk. Or most of them will not even attend a US led talk because they have already been marked as embezzlers, as thieves.
So you agree with me that they want to travel out of their abode, which USA, so they can have opportunity to have some side chicks. That's the opportunity that they have free of charge.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. Let's continue. If you have any other thing, you drop in. So we will not take calls for now. I will wrap up in 5 minutes, then we'll take calls now from people.
Thank you.
All right, so Mami and Padem, now Godfather that for activists, Mark Barretta, we don't just come out for talk. I want just talk, say, maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow, we'll tell us strategically on which way we'll get to do as far as self-defense be concerned, and we'll work with any other person way he did for the revolution, and we'll support all leaders the way they fight for the revolution. Now, I want to talk, say, I will end this show before I open calls and say, we'll continue to talk about diaspora Ambazonian community, where I will take 5 minutes to explain them. DAC, we, now the website at www.dacommmunity.org, www.ty.org. Now, that website there for all Ambazonians, and DAC, now a community project where it means say, all man when Ambazonian get right, whether you for which group or you fight now with you get right for don't go for that site, you go register yourself now, just $20 for registration. When you register, you will see the money, amount of money where you did. And once that money did, now you start to contribute, you see as the money increase. The essence of that money, I say, when we don't reach some certain amount of money, if we want move any 5 francs, for say, now $10 this, we want go buy mattress for Nigeria, we want buy now wait for Nigeria, all man we there for that community get for SIA. It's like a community project where all will be put our hands together. So the intention, I say, if by the end of May or mid-May we don't get like 500 or 1,000 registered members for that, if something come out, we say, okay, me all man put $20, $10 or $100 or some people they get $1,000 what they want to put down. If all put that money one time, if we raise like $500,000 US. Once La Republic see that level of commitment, so don't they we 1,000 for that community, we 2,000 because only we 1,000, we 2,000 we liberate Ambazonia. So go for the dark community. Now the only platform that way it will help you for make sure say they not embezzle your money. I feel talk down because at least now 2 me a day inside I see them and I go to the website anytime I see how it they will feel monitor what they happen. So the ask all man not forget if you did watch me when you finish your hair, you go out there, you go subscribe for that dark website. And now that you watch this page, not forget say I get another page too at the bill up. Una fit go follow them my other page where now I don't see the page. Now Eric might just pull out. So I'm gonna see the address of the page very quickly. Any man we want follow now Tataw waiting. Tataw T Eric, I think. Quickly must see that page. Well, I don't know why the page may pop up. What's going on? Okay, ma go. Must see. Okay, perfect. Now in this, I think I'll get that here. Okay, now the pages. Now Tataw T Eric. So if you see now my other pages, the one I just normal page. If you go there, if you follow, you make sure say you follow me here and stuff like that. And not forget, say for this page where you watch me, if you know how to follow this page, you will see that follow button. Just go back and follow. Click on like for like the page so that each time I do on like, you'll get notification. And so I get this page. And not forget, we know I do live show for Telegraph for long. We'll start do debates and other things once everything be okay. So if you to go for National Telegraph, you go follow National Telegraph. Then we'll get to National Telegraph Africa. That's also our page that the traffic announcement the pages. If you go there, you follow that one because the traffic get back up in case anything happen. In the meantime, your live radio today, if you go for www.nationaltelegraph.net, you'll get that live radio. If you always play them when you want them, if you stop them when you want them, if you the browse, you play them, and so on and so on and so forth. So I don't do everything for strategize to make sure so when I get me up anytime when I want, when I get me for any of those pages. Radio will start to run 24/7 as it already run with music. We'll start doing programs. We'll get news, PG news, sports, and so on and so forth. So we thank all man, and that's how it's going to be. But not forget, so we'll already launch the FBI stuff. We'll prepare the petition for people to sign them. We're going to make sure say we'll change this game. One time, once more, Ambassador Cohen will be very fantastic and say, no matter the amount where Ambassador Cohen the ask come, we will not say Dr. Makongo will be up to the tax, but we'll assist for make sure say, hello? Yes, hang up, bro. If you call me after, I did for live show, I beg. All right. All right. So, okay, so as I be talk, we'll take a few calls that will end the show. So thank all man. Don't forget, as you leave here, go for the dark website, www.darkcommunity.org. So we'll take this caller, strange number, not get the number. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
You want to participate for sure?
For sure, Mr. Eric Tataw.
1 minute, please. We'll take 1 minute for all callers. We'll take first five callers to end the show. No, I mean to be too long. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, then, above everything, I would love to appreciate you. I'm calling from Japan for the job you have been doing so well. You have been trying to be courageous, and I love the courage you said. When somebody hit you, you hit the person harder.
Thank you.
Because if you look at people and they tell you, say, they need to talk for woman, when God himself be create heaven and earth, be create man, a woman be can't give that fruit. Man bikini chobam, gonna be pity that woman for punish the whole world.
Thank you.
Punish it harder.
Yes.
And then they say go face pain for labor. So
Yes.
if some woman, a man, a brother, him double.
Thank you.
Don't use some excuse for the nation to they say woman waiting. Woman is nothing. God will judge me and woman the same.
No, not the same woman and nothing. I say woman and man the same. Again, can't coach me. Expect the same. If you coach me for my head, expect him to coach you for your head to your eye. Yes.
I'm very happy with that. Then, secondly, the app you show on the app you show. The truth is, I don't really know much about that app. How you say more subscribe? I don't know much. Then
Which one? You talk about dark. Dark.
Yeah, the dark. How we subscribe?
Okay. They go do small tutorial video for put an out for all man for know how to subscribe.
Personally, so that if you explain that for me, because so many people and they want for, I won't try to call it personally. So that if you really explain, I might take my friend and the way I then do it. They go, they Japan, but they really want support, but we don't really know. If they Cameroon with the support, but in Japan, it's a little bit difficult.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. We'll take another caller. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Next caller. Hello?
Hello, boss Eric.
Yes, please go ahead. 1 minute for all man.
Yeah. Okay. Please, I'm from Efa village, a village near Kube.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a problem between this problem that Ayabacho they have in Kube village. So it's like the village people collect all their things. Then later they are asking that they should write an apology and put it on internet, which you know that it cannot be possible for the village people to do like that. So I don't know if you can get in touch with Ayabacho and ask him to talk to the guys so that they should release the matter like that, since they already hand everything to them.
So they are asking the village to write an apology and put on the internet?
Yes, they are asking the village to write the apology and put on the internet.
Why? For what reason?
That because of this interim government guys from Batibo village, that they went to Krugwe and talk with the chief. There was a
So what is it that they are holding for the people? What are they holding?
They were holding 2 guns and they said with one mixer launcher and computer.
So they have given them back?
Yes, they hand them everything back.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So this is my suggestion. I think the ADF people are watching. They are listening. If there is anybody that's going to render an apology to the Kugwe people, is the ADF. It's not the other way around, because you cannot get the prince down and then you want them to apologize to you. This is a fair thing we must say. So I want them please to really relax on those people. Let them forget about the distraction that came from the peak. They must remember one thing: a military cannot compel its own civilians to put up an apology on social media. It doesn't work like that. So let's leave it like that. I think the ADF, they have heard my very concrete suggestion as far as this is concerned. If they have received their things, let them leave it like that. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome, boss. Thank you so much, too.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, comrade.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I salute you and all ambassadors the way they're listing. For the few people, the way that they still support PIC, I want to tell them, say, another scam. They don't really bring another scam. Joshua Kato case, they say, you get money past you, so after coronavirus, you want to go do it, you go fix it, them back, you go restructure it, them.
So that one another scam for the money. They according to them, they raise and said they want go fight EDF. They want take the money now go restructure Joshua Kai, tip them. And then for any person where it is still believe for Muslim scholar, when somebody start chop pig, when somebody don't really start chop, when a Muslim man start chop pig, when I give for understand, see, you know they again for track. Sakura already destroyed that one, and Sakura they have for destroy anybody. But I declare war on anybody who go attack my leader, Dr. David Makongo. You know, say it no go easy for you and me. If you want attack Eric Tataw or Dr. David or any other leader, show your face for us and I could show our face so that men no can tomorrow. You know, if you go for La Republic, you can't cause me trouble. You know, say tomorrow the next day you run go for La Republic. So me and Bazuna be very careful, and the few pigs already they still contribute money for Josakana. Say it raise the money now for go arrange it them. It took a show yesterday. Say they arrange money now go.
Okay, no further about that. It wait till amaze me and say the very Joshua carry my money see there for a belewe Ibo am today no pay back. How come he get money past me? So it be very sad. All right, but that's fine. We don't bother about that.
For that, make that arrange for where people for ground zero they feel register, because a lot of people they will want register or may they do the arrangement so that more register with that.
Perfect,
so
perfect. That's okay. Thank you so much. You'll do the arrangement. All right. I see some people I read something here. Oh no, I need ever make no comment about my love life. I need to make comment about my love life for social media. That's fine. Next caller. Hello.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, please. 1 minute. 1 minute. Would you wrap up? Yes, please.
Okay, yeah, you see the live?
Sure. Yes. You want to talk?
Okay, yes.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I try to get to you. I try to get to you seriously today, but then I really busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the man just talked this on a live show. You know, I want to tell and see the way you expose some of these people that Akwanga, see the way you can write long story. You know, they ever know all these things. I've been a very strong fan for Akwanga. But you know, can't talk anything before one guy goes to live, so you go right on, long right up. Only when you can't talk to you carry fighters and go Ghana or now wheresoever. I can't see this other man come, he did life. He don't want to try to compare two things them. Of which is very wrong. I'm not the Ayaba fan. But he can't talk, say, if Ayaba people sell with the fighters, the one way Akwanga be correct. Two wrongs can never make it right. Yes, and the first issue that, and all these people who try to attack Dr. Makongo, make them not even go that side. Man no must buy that idea before the side begins. You understand what I talk?
Of course.
Yes, and lastly, though, I want to just talk on live. Be very careful if you don't do. Man, just make me be clear. Be very careful, because you did now, you like that they are target. You know, expose all of them. So they will try everything possible to get you, and they just stop this one live. I want to call you privately that I want to be known that the next day is for you.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll take another caller. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, next caller. Hello? Yes, please. Thank you so much, brother. Go ahead. 1 minute. We'll go ahead. We'll just give us a solution quickly.
I understand. I will take less than 1 minute. I want to talk and say, you know, so we used to talk, so we used to forget. I want to ask some question. Because I remember the time when you want to start this struggle. For not be the struggle per se, but this struggle for corruption. I remember say Joshua can't be make some statements. Say if he don't tell you, say me when I left this thing talk about Boya. So the question I want to ask her now, and I say now when they talk say they want fight ADF, why you not talk say me they wait fight ADF after I don't go for Boya? Thank you.
All right, that's a good question. All right, next caller. Hello? Yes, just 1 minute. So before you want to continue, just be on the line. Ma, just clear so one point. My brothers and sisters, mommy and father. Yeah, no, just be online. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute. I want to talk one thing for you. Say yes. Hold the line. Hold the line, please. I want to talk one thing for you. Say yeah, perfect. I want to talk say any man where say pass me, not be any issue. I'm not gonna problem with that. So man must pass a man. So not be any debate. And God bless the man as he passed me. Me God keep it long. And then me continue with the same. Say yeah, he passed me now. Correct people. We agree. We don't agree. We don't get another one back. You know, stop we for fight corruption for my trip to where. So the issue will not be about who pass who not pass who go up, who come down, beings done, being not done. I say we get a situation where people of Ambassador they contribute $811,000 US. So man when a chief signatory to that account, he signed at $100,000 US. Say again for whatsoever say plan B, the money no come to today, and they need to talk about that. Even that one way signature, the way say can acknowledge. It's still they need to talk. They say, oh, plan B will materialize, but every day they bring a new start, they can make money. So my problem here, not be about the fact say I get to kind of discuss wealth or my success with anybody. I mean, paradoxically, and be very clear, say every Amazonian if you see, if you know, say okay, for all these activities they talk, this man, that's only man, they not so all the people way all man based on the way to the way everybody they see them. So I mean, these days business is a bit very clear online where all man you know what you would do. So not be for talk say pass man, not be for mouth, not by action and not by what they do. So thank you so much. We'll take next caller. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and then now for the website, I try to log in for contributing my contribution for that. When I touch I feel all my information there for pay. Come I use credit card, and when I touch credit card, it feel open. So that is my problem. I don't know what is going wrong. Okay, I think I go for registration. Yes, I want to register. I go for log in, but when I want to take credit card is open. I don't know what is the problem.
You take
through paper.
Yeah, paper. Use paper, mostly because if you click paper, move just talk one. Because if paper you go, mostly click on paper because you usually use your credit card pay for paper. Huh? Hello? No, you don't need to forget paper for you don't need to forget paper for pay for paper. You see, just click the paper, then click the paper, then put the same information like your credit card information at the same thing. I think.
Okay. So I will take that log in. I will open that one trial. All right, thank you. That's one final.
Yeah, if you get difficulty, I think the experts in the year they will know what to do because now general concern. Okay, we'll take another caller. Thank you. All right, next caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I do want to talk concerning the Swiss talk and American talk.
Go ahead. 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Yeah, wait till I discover and say some video be there with Chris Arno be social video indicator with this Swiss AIDS chairman for Africa.
Mm-hmm.
That chairman be talk for that this thing say for that video say Switzerland then are for peace. But at the end of the day, I discover say after that show Chris Arno pull out that video. I don't go through a video them. I don't ever see that video. And for challenging, make it bring up that video. For sure say that Swiss talk be credible.
No, the issue is they ever give relevance to the Swiss talk. It don't really fail long ago. Then say they know. Even Chris and Logan talk say the Swiss have failed. If you don't talk, all man don't watch that video, not be today. So thank you anyway, bro. Thank you so much. Okay, next caller, yes. Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello, bro.
Yes, please go ahead. One participant for the show. Go ahead.
Yes. I just want to bring this idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that you mentioned the 30,000 for Ambassador Cohen. Yeah, so I was just like wishing that we should not despise the number of people that are in the website, in the dark website. We can just proceed by making a new drive. That is not going to concern the money that is already on the website. You can just make a new drive. They should not despise that number, and many others are still coming. Just make a new drive, purposely for the $30,000.
Are you registered? Have you registered in that?
Yes.
Okay. How was the website, or how is it?
No, it's easy to register, easy to go. It's very nice. You know, I was like trying the other day, but I called you could not pick up my call. I went back there, I realized that I was not like typing the website correctly. That was why. So when I got it was simple. You go there, everything is easy to do, everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
I was wishing that we should not despise our number. The number that is there, we can start from there. We can make a special drive for that $30,000 because we don't have time.
Okay, thank you.
That's
We'll,
what- yeah,
we'll work,
yeah,
we'll
that's
work on,
my
we'll
suggestion.
work on that. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much, Mami. We'll take the last caller in a so day because you see, Bo Herbert them, Chris and the way they live in America here for donkey years. They don't work today. They retire. The one they never work, they don't pray for church today. They retire. They not get nothing. They not be big opportunity for meet up. Even one police to America today they make noise because some point they go meet up Ambassador Cohen. Yes, last caller, please. Your suggestion.
Yeah, when thieves are in town, the police have no rest. Thank you, Mr. Eric, for exposing these con men in this revolution.
Thank you.
You know, yes. Are you getting me?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right. Instead of them asking you for a debate on history of Cameroon, let them organize town hall, global town hall on Zoom, and let Ambazonian ask them questions. Let them do what Dr. Che Ayabo does. He organize global town hall meeting, then people ask tough questions. Let them do that instead of asking people to come and debate them on history of Cameroon. That's unnecessary. Let them come and answer questions on global town hall meeting like Dr. Che Ayaba does, and let them give Ambazonia the opportunity to ask any question. Like Ayaba always says, no question is a taboo. It doesn't matter what kind of question the person is asking. They should allow the person to ask the question. It doesn't matter which camp the person is coming from. They should allow the person to ask the question. Instead of Mr. Abu Karim asking for a debate, let him organize a global town hall meeting for Amazonia to ask him questions.
No, the issue is that Karim does not even. Why are we wasting now? Who is Karim that we will be calling for global town meeting? A dishonest man who is unable. He calls himself a Muslim. Is unable to talk about the corruption in Matrikwa. Which Muslim man is that corrupt? Because they gave his own money for Matrikwa, but he has eaten and then he stays quiet. So let's forget about Karim. He's of no importance. That's somebody who took his own father to court in Bamenda. Bamenda people, they know the quarter where he stayed. So he come and he making noise. He was beating his 43-year-old wife very seriously every day. So bro, let's forget about that guy. That man is one hell of a useless man who calls himself a Muslim scholar. Anyway, thank you very much for your suggestion. I'm sure that they have listened.
Thank you.
Yes, so we don't have time for those kind of useless people. I mean, a Muslim man who eats pigs, yeah, and he's making noise. This is no insult to the Muslim. Muslim people are very good people, very honest, very decent. You don't have somebody who comes there is making like he's a saint because we stay quiet. A saint should, I've sent you documents on my trip. Why are you quiet? The people of Canada, they have received it. You should be ashamed of yourself, my friend. You can't even you are making noise. You don't know nothing that's happening in the revolution. You don't have an idea about what you're supposed to do. And then people stay here. Some people think that this thing is a joke. We'll take one last call. Strange number. I don't know the number. I'll just take it and then end the show. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead.
Good morning, my brother. I will continue to think about this proverb that Honorable Weber said: when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty.
Yes.
Like the other caller proposed, we shouldn't leave the matter of Ambassador Cohen to Dr. Makongo to handle alone. As he rightly proposed, we should go back to the dark website, create a drive, and we'll see from there what we can raise.
Okay.
So that this matter goes on and we put this pig to shame.
Yes. Thank you.
Because they are really frustrated, these people. So we need to debunk them out.
Thank you. Yes.
And brother, take care of yourself, watch your back. Because these people are evil. We don't know what extent they can go.
Don't worry, before they take me down, FBI must have taken them down. I will start the case, then they kill me in the process, you even increase this thing. By the way, I'll talk about my security strategies in my next show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Yes, please. So that's the situation that we have. You get somebody who calls himself a Muslim word and so on and so forth. He's making noise. Imagine 811,000. Abdul Karim has never spoken. The man doesn't even want to mention my trip to Boya. Because that's so, you see. Imagine that if I also took that $1,000 that Sako offered me, I will not be speaking. Then everything would have just disappeared like that. So we will keep the push. Once the COVID-19 will be over, we'll march to the FBI office. So now we'll start the online petition and we are going to start calling the FBI from this moment. So we'll end the show here. Let's listen to good music. We can take one call along the line if necessary. Thank you so much. Don't forget, as I've told you, go to the dark website. You register there.
And those of you who are still watching, you also have to go and exploit our website. The National Telegraph website is free now. Enjoy the music. The radio is there. We're going to start full-time programs once this COVID-19 is over, because we have a lot of our people who cannot come to work at this time. So we will continuously pray for the success of all Ambazonians who are genuine to this fight. And like I've said, don't go to that. Do what you're going to do, because it's very important. And just to let everybody know that we appreciate your support for our National Telegraph. All of you who follow us, God bless you. Keep following us. Once the subscription is ready, we are going to make sure that the section that you are going to subscribe for just $10 a month, you are going to have everything enjoyed in one day, so that the rest 29 days will just be bonus for you. So thank you so much. We also want to thank Pastor Grace Kicha, who is one of our sponsors, because we are going to be playing her music on our radio. Let's take this last caller. Hello? Please, you want to participate on the show? Go ahead.
Yes, no, you are doing very, very well. The only problem is that sometimes there are certain things that you don't just say that. I mean, like your strategies, you can keep them to yourself. Don't let anybody provoke you to say anything that you don't have to say. And then another thing, the only thing I have to praise you today is for not responding to that thing that they say you love issues or what about your family. Please never. If somebody attacks your family, don't respond.
Sure.
It's a trap that Joshua was trying to let you in.
No. I don't respond to those things. It's not important. It's not important.
It means you are giving credibility. Don't. Thank you.
No. Thank you so much. I don't. Yes, we will not. All right. We want to thank you so much, brother, and say God bless you. All right. Those who want to register through MoneyGram for the dark, I think the dark community is going to assign somebody who's going to be collecting what you send on MoneyGram. More calls coming in. I'll just take it since I'm still on here. Yes. Hello. Well, I've talked about Bafut, that the killings are there, but at the same time, we just said the Bafut people have to stay safe. We will keep on pushing for the government of Cameroon to leave our land. And so we thank everybody who has listened at this time. So everybody who tried to call, we keep on thanking you all, and we will end here at this time with this beautiful music, except otherwise. All right?
Assistant Vice President for Digital Services and Chief Information Officer, Office of Technology and Digital Services, American University of Nigeria. Yeah. Are you Richard Mahali Amende? Ajo, American President.
All right, thank you all. Have a wonderful day. God bless you, and bye for now. Thank you so much. I think we have one last caller, strange number. I don't know who's calling. We'll just surely take this last caller. Hello? Quickly, 1 minute, please. 1 minute. 1 minute. Hello? Okay. Yeah, hello? I was just going to stop it. Yes, please. 1 minute.
Yeah, I want to appreciate for the good work you do.
Thank you.
I said I want to draw my money. I try for open that account.
The dark account?
Yes.
Okay, they will put a small video up so that I will teach people how to do them. I think a lot of people will face that difficulty, so we will try to put that on me, make it easy for all man.
Okay, I get one more question. One ask for clarification. I said.
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, and I said I read some tweets from Soul Frontier. We talk about the U.S. laptop, then he talk about federalism and 10-state federation with a republic. When you link to with that U.S. laptop. So I want to ask your own opinion how the matter they look like, because how they bring confusion again.
Okay, you never know say in Soul Frontier, listen, very good question. In Soul Frontier, they same like the people them where they go Swiss.
And so Foncha did the same like Chris Arnold them, all the agents for La Republic, because you see they define all way now in so Foncha one link, it claim for link with US-led talks, because say in no say at the end of the day they trying to discourage the Ambazonan people. So why Chris Arnold they fight them on the table for say they come out like fight and say they don't want US-led talk, they want a Swiss talk. In so Foncha they go they say he want Swiss talk, they try to link them with 10 state federation. Who been so Foncha way either way go why you talk about federation when it concern with Ambazonia. Excuse me, so Foncha and Ambazonia again. Either way be like black leg, like sell out. So we want the US-led talks, and which way it will be on the table. Now which way we the Amazonian people will propose, and not which way La Republic agent and so forth will propose them. So thank you. All right. I think at the last call of that, now so I ever operate, I take all calls irrespective of who. See, I don't ask very important question, and it be very important. Say me all man know. You know, say all so punch and then Nick Santos the app, it already debunk them. I bring the out from that criminal group where they deal with the Gerard Gala and the rest. Now, while I see all that they cry. So we'll stay on the path of the truth, and we'll say, let the US-led talk begin. Thank you very much, and may God bless you now. We'll continue to say, God bless all of you. Okay, we'll leave the show at this level. So one thank all man with the watch. Say, may God bless all now. And we'll continuously remain very, very calm as far as this be concerned. Bye for now, and we'll say, may God bless all man. I'll leave them at this juncture. Thank you. Thank you so much.